It has been a long time coming, but Illuvium Beyond is starting back up again, and we are diving in hot to Wave 3. Which Illuvatars are making their debut? What can you expect with the newly announced changes? And what exactly is happening with those missed rewards for those who have been maintaining their spot on the leaderboard? You know, it's been about a year since the end of Wave 2, and there are probably plenty of you who have forgotten that it exists. I mean, who could blame you? And with the launch of Illuvium's open beta, there are likely even more who don't even know what Illuvium Beyond is. So the short explanation is that Illuvium Beyond is a PFP project that kind of expanded into this collectible card game with leaderboards, milestones, and prizes that players can win. By collecting Illuvatars and sleeving them into your Illuvium Beyond album, players are able to accumulate points and climb their way up the leaderboard. But before we dive too deep into the details, both old and new, of this collection game and what to expect in Wave 3, there's one crucial fact that we always need to make sure everyone understands. Illuvatars are not alluvials. While the name of the products and the imagery can be very similar, they are in fact very different and two separate products. Alluvials are creatures that players can acquire when playing Illuvium's overworld and use in other Illuvium titles such as Arena. Illuvatars, on the other hand, are not playable characters in the Illuvium universe. They are in fact beyond the Illuvium universe. Illuvatars are collectible cards. You can kind of think of them as customizable avatars, and you use them as profile pictures in Illuvium games. Now, players are able to find Illuvatars in this product known as a disc, Illuvium's version of a booster pack. These discs come in 4 different varieties: a standard disc, a mega disc, an alpha standard, and an alpha mega. Now, previously, these discs have been pegged to an ETH price, and last wave, they ranged anywhere from roughly $6 all the way up to about $100 for the alpha discs. However, due to the shifting nature of the crypto community, as of late, and with ETH obviously on the rise, a recent proposal is making its way through council to peg the discs in USD rather than ETH for Wave 3. As I was mentioning, along with just your general standard and mega discs, we also have what we call alpha discs. These are what you would think of as your first edition Illuvatars. They come with no extra utility, and currently the only difference between alphas and regular Illuvatars is their distinct alpha stamp. For those degens who are looking to collect these first editions, while it's expected that the price of alphas are going to be pretty similar to Wave 2, there is a slight change in the structure of the alpha sale. In Wave 2 alphas, we had about 24 hours where you could buy as many as you wanted. But for Wave 3, while they are still keeping the 24-hour sale, this time they're introducing a limited quantity. So for 24 hours only, there will be a limited release of 2,500 Alpha Standard and 1,000 Alpha Mega Discs, both launching at the very start of the Wave 3 sales. So if you want to hop in on the action, make sure you get up early, grab those first editions, because frankly, these might not last the full 24 hours with that limited quantity introduced. So who can you expect to encounter in Wave 3 anyways? Well, this season, we're going to see about 25 new Illuvatars, and each of these can be found with one of 3 distinct expressions, a variety of background options, and, as usual, can come in either color or a holo option. Now, one of the benefits that has drawn players into the Illuvium Beyond universe has been its leaderboard and rewards. Previously, those who have held a spot in the top 100 of the Illuvium Beyond leaderboard have been rewarded with weekly ILV earnings that range anywhere from 12 for first place all the way down to half an ILV for those who are in the lower 50. Now, before the team introduces their changes to the leaderboards and allows the Set 1 leaderboard to officially go live again, they're going to be reviewing a snapshot of the rankings during the last reward distribution, and a one-time payment is going to be made to cover those missed rewards that current leaderboard holders have missed out on in the previous weeks. For the most part, this should be happy news for many. Even if you lost a few spots in the confusion of Illuvium's shift to open beta, you'll still be receiving rewards based off your position in the very last distribution. Now, going forward, there are going to be 2 main changes to the leaderboard system. And the first is that there's going to be 2 leaderboards. One leaderboard is going to cover all of the Illuvatars in Set 1, And the second leaderboard will track players only in the current wave. And you're not limited to participating in one over the other. You can participate in both. Set 1 leaderboard participants will continue to receive those weekly rewards, but the pool of participants has been increased from 100 to the top 200. Also, the distribution of ILV tokens has been reworked so that a total of 200 ILV will be rewarded to those participants each week. The second leaderboard that players will be able to participate in will be the Wave 3 exclusive leaderboard. This leaderboard will only be active during the duration of Wave 3. And rather than there being weekly rewards, there will only be one reward payout at the end of the Wave 3 season. Once the Wave 3 sale period ends, the leaderboard will close and the top 250 winners will be announced. Unlike the Set 1 leaderboard, where there is a set amount of ILV awarded to each rank, the Wave 3 leaderboard participants will be rewarded a percentage of a shared pool. At the very beginning of Wave 3, 2,000 ILV will be set aside for this reward pool. Throughout the sale, for every ETH that is spent during the sale, the shared pool will increase by 10 ILV. So if 10 ETH is spent, 100 ILV will be added to the pool. At the end of the sale, the total pool will be distributed amongst those top 250 participants of the Wave 3 leaderboard, with their percentage share being determined by where they stand on that leaderboard. So for example, if there is 5,000 ILV in the pool at the end of the season, and you are ranked, let's say, 11th, you would receive 1.4% of the total pool, or about 70 ILV. In order to boost competition for Wave 3, there's also going to be additional prizes to be won, along with those ILV rewards. The top 25 participants of the Wave 3 leaderboard are going to receive a unique variation of one of the Wave 3 Illuvatars. The top 5 participants are going to receive a special holo version of that Wave 3 Illuvatar, and the number 1 player will receive a special one-of-one Wave 3 Illuvatar. Beyond the leaderboard rewards, there's also going to be a range of personal and community stretch goals that can be achieved by purchasing a certain number of discs. While we don't know exactly what these are going to be for Wave 3, in the past they've ranged from anything like future discs to emotes, battle boards, skins, and drone blasts. Along with these stretch goals, the Illuvium team is also going to be rolling out an Illuvium Beyond album overhaul. This includes new album designs as well as the release of album rewards. Now, album rewards is something that many of us have been waiting on since the launch of Wave 1. And to me, this has always had the most potential to get some more people involved, even just a little bit, in the Beyond universe. Inside of the album, there's going to be all kinds of rewards that you can unlock. These are usually account-bound rewards that you unlock by completing certain collections. For example, if you have all of the Tier 0s, you're going to unlock the Doka's Dojo Battleboard skin for Illuvium Arena. If you have all the Atlases, you'd, for example, unlock a bunch of Atlas emotes. I've always appreciated this system because it allows Illuvium players to pick and choose the cosmetics that they might want to aim for without having to buy 500 discs or spend a ton of money. Well, depending on what you're aiming to collect, because let's be real, Rampfires are not cheap even now. Now, that is all the updates that I currently have for Wave 3, but if you want your discs to work double time for you, I would suggest opening all of your discs with Lizard Labs on their Battle in the Beyond site. Battle in the Beyond is a platform for hosting one-on-one tournaments, draft-structured competitions, and a global leaderboard challenge for unboxing your Illuvatars. But there's also the option to solo open discs as well. Opening discs on the Battle in the Beyond site is going to give you the opportunity to participate in 3 different additional leaderboards, one of which is free. If you'd like to learn more about Battle and Beyond, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you know when my next video drops. We'll be going over all the basics as well as all the updates that are coming to Battle and Beyond for Wave 3. In the meantime, as always, hit me up in the comments if you have questions. Thank you so much for watching. And as you open your discs, may the odds be ever in your favor.